This video is about component communication in Angular. So first one is parent to child communication. In this we use input decorator to pass data from a parent to child component. Okay, and here we use input decorator to pass data to a child component we use property binding. This syntax we use as a property binding to pass data from parent to child component. And second one is child to parent component. Here we use output decorator and event emitter to send data from child to parent component. Okay. And here instead of property binding, we send data via event binding. Event is equals to handler, then event. This event binding syntax we use. Okay. Another one is we use how to send data via sibling for the sibling component communication. Okay. So for that we use shared services to enable communication between the sibling components. Okay. So in this video we will see how to communicate between parent to child communication. Okay. So we will discuss about input decorator to pass data from parent to child component. Okay. So here parent component is, this is our application. Parent component is app component, app.component.html, app.component.ts. This is our parent component, that is app component. Okay. So let's make a child component. Go to terminal. Okay. And we will name our child component as child only. Nggc. This is the command to generate component. Okay. Let's move to our project directory. My Angular app. Nggc child. This is the command, Angular CLI command to generate custom components. For now, we are generating a component name child. Okay. So now a child component is created with 4 files. For now, we do not need spec file, so we can delete. Okay. So now what we need to do? We need to pass data from parent to child. Okay. So here, let's go to app component. So this is the app component. Okay. So here let's assume the data is parent message. Okay. Of type string. Hello from parent. So this we need to pass it from, this message is in parent component, that is app component, and we need to send it to child component. Here we need to send in the child component. In this component we need to send this parent message. Okay. So how we send it? So let's write a comment here. What it is? This property contains the data to be passed to child component. Okay. So how we send it? Let's go to template file of parent component, and here what we will do? We will write the selector of child component. Selector is app child. Okay. Let's write the selector. Okay. So now in this what we need to do? We will do the property binding. Message equals to the parent message. Okay. Let's take this variable and put it here. Okay. What it is doing? Let's write the comment. It will send the value of parent message. This parent message. Okay. Where it will send to the message property. This is the message property of child component. property of child component. Okay, so let's comment it. Okay, so this message, this value is sent to the message property of child component. Okay, now let's go to the child component. Okay, now here what we will do, we need to firstly import the input decorator. Okay, at the rate input message. This is the name of the property which we are sending from the here. Okay, print message. Okay, type string is equals to, okay, just write it. Now what we need to do, we need to import it. We need to import the input decorator. Okay, so what this message property will do, message property will receive the data from parent, will receive the data from parent via property binding. Okay, because we have done property binding here. Okay, so this message property will receive the data from the parent component via the property binding. Okay, now this is the input decorator. Message. Okay, we have imported the input decorator also. Now let's go to the child template file. Here let's write child component. We are in child component. Okay, now let's do message from parent. Here we will do interpolation and we will print this message coming from the parent component. Okay, so what we have done, we have done interpolation, okay, to print the message property, okay, in the UI. So now let's save the code and let's go to the UI to check how the data flows from parent to child component. Okay, so what this at the rate input decorator does, so it accepts the data from the parent component. This message it is accepting from the parent component. This is the property we are sending and here it is accepting that using the input decorator. Okay, it is showing some error. Okay, in the app component, what we need to do, we need to import the child component. Okay, here we need to import the child component. Child component. Okay, now check it again. Okay, it is working fine. Let's go to the URL. Okay, so here we will check how the data flows from parent to child component. Okay, this is the parent component and this is child component. So here we are getting message from the parent component, hello from parent. Okay, so let's change the message in the parent component. hello from the parent. Let's write tested again. Okay. So this is the parent component, and this message we are receiving it in the child component, and we are printing it in the child component. Okay. Let's save it and let's go to the UI again. So now hello from parent tested again. So this is the message we got from the parent component. So this is the concept of data communication from parent to child component using the input decorator.